Sadie. My name is Pam, and I am the mother of a 5-year-old little girl named Sadie. I am a mother to 2 other children as well. Sadie was our surprise baby. See, I was told by the doctor I wouldn't be able to have any more children after my son. So we've always looked at the birth of Sadie as our little surprise blessing. There's been no difficulties, no health problems whatsoever with my little Sadie up to this point. She's always been the kindest, sweetest little girl, always sharing with her brother and sister, and always showing love and affection towards the whole family. But sadly, these past few weeks, our little Sadie's mood has become dark, even violent at times. Multiple times, we've all been in the living room, me and my husband sitting on the couch, and my children sitting on the floor playing. And out of the clear blue, Sadie will just take one of their toys and throw it at her brother and sister. Last week, it was so bad, we had to take my little boy to the hospital. Sadie had taken one of his metal toy cars and threw it right at his eye. Luckily, he won't lose it, but the doctor said it was close. It's gotten so bad now that her brother and sister won't even play with her anymore. Sadie has also started to fly into violent rages out of nowhere. She'll be told to put her toys away, or eat her food, take a nap, or even take a bath. And if she doesn't feel like doing what she's told, she'll become violent. She'll bite, kick, scratch, and scream at the top of her lungs. She's been caught writing on the walls. Very strange writings, by the way. She's also been caught hurting our dogs. 2 days ago, we found her in the kitchen. She had the cabinet door open under the sink. She was sitting on the floor, playing with a can of lighter fluid, muttering, "Burn, burn, burn." I don't know what to do anymore. Every time she does something that just seems so evil, I ask her, "What happened to my sweet little baby girl? Why are you doing these bad, naughty things?" She just giggles and says, "I'm not naughty, Mommy. I'm a good girl." I asked her the same question yesterday after her latest tirade, and instead of answering me, she showed me a drawing she made, then said, "It will soon be better, Mommy." The drawing showed her standing by herself in front of the house, and behind her was our house on fire, with us trapped inside. A dark figure was standing next to the house, and it says, "All better now," written on the side. I asked her who the dark figure was. All she'll say is, it's her friend. The said photo has been enclosed at the bottom of the email. Me and my husband decided to get some professional help. We've scheduled a doctor's appointment for next week. I don't think it will help, but I'm hoping. Wish us luck, everyone. Every Christmas. My son is very creative for his age. His name is Ben, and he is 7 years old. He loves to draw and paint. He's always drawing pictures of superheroes or sweet pictures of his family. There's never anything strange about his drawings, except when Christmas nears. The last 2 years you can set your clock to it. When December 1st hits, That's when the drawings begin to get strange. The drawings will be Christmas-oriented, of course. They'll either be a drawing of our house with Christmas lights strung up outside, or of our Christmas tree inside the living room with presents underneath. But in every picture, there are two little dark men with red eyes placed somewhere within it. We ask him, of course, who these two little figures are, and all he ever says is that they're Christmas helpers. Another strange, scary thing is, as Christmas Day gets closer and closer, he'll just sit on the couch giggling, looking straight into the fireplace. When we ask him what he's laughing at, he tells us the Christmas helpers are in there. Now, I don't know about you, but when I think of Christmas helpers, these creepy things are not what I had in mind. Look at the picture. Tell me what you think. I don't know what my son thinks he's looking at, but I'm frightened. Grandma's chair. Last month, my mother died. It was a devastating day, as you can imagine, for the family, but no more on any other than my daughter. Her name is Tabitha, and she is 6 years old. And in her short life, the person she had been closest to was her grandma. So my daughter was completely devastated. She didn't understand at first, but we were finally able to explain it to her. A month later, we gathered together for the first time as a family for Thanksgiving. It was held at my parents' house. While it was nice to see everyone, without my mother there in her home, it just felt different. A couple of us finished preparing the meal in the kitchen, while the guys were in the living room watching football, and the children were all playing near the dining room table. While the other kids were laughing and having a good time, I could see Tabitha just sitting there by herself, staring at the chair my mother would have been sitting in. I went back to helping with the food, but after a few minutes, I saw out of the corner of my eye Tabitha slowly shaking her head no. I yelled over to her to come here, and when she got to me, I asked what she was looking at. She said, "Nothing, Mommy." I didn't push it because I figured it had something to do with missing her grandma and didn't want to upset her. I told her to go play with her cousins and have some fun. And I went back to cooking. A few minutes later, I saw her over on the couch, drawing something. We set the table and called everyone over to sit down. We left my mother's chair empty, but my husband and Tabitha were going to sit next to her chair until Tabitha began crying and screaming. "No, no, no, Daddy. I don't want to sit there." I switched seats with Tabitha after we calmed her down, but when I got to her chair, I looked down on the table. It was a picture that she had been drawing earlier. Let's just say this drawing was disturbing, to say the least. It was the dinner table with all the family sitting down. My mother was even there at the end of the table in her chair, but she was slumped over, dead. And behind her was a ghoulish-looking figure. It was a frightening-looking drawing to see. We asked her what this was, and why did she draw it? She told us that the thing is what really killed Grandma, and that it's still here. That sent shivers all down our spines, We told her no, that's not how Grandma died. But I'm not sure after seeing this and my daughter's reaction to the chair. My mother wasn't sick. She wasn't overly old. There wasn't really anything wrong with her. She just died unexpectedly. I don't know what to think. All I know is this drawing disturbs me to no end.